Hi, your favorite internet goblin here. Hi, it's your favorite local resident internet goblin. I'm going to talk to you today about one of the often overlooked influences that has shaped the entirety of the modern world around us. One of the easiest ways to influence the world is a good product. Now, many things can go into what ends up pushing a product to just being a new thing on the shelves, to a staple product in a household, or in the pile of trash with a bunch of other failed ideas. A product can be put on top by things like quality, ease of use, price point, marketing, most likely a mix of marketing and one of those previous aspects. However, when humans hit the technology boom, suddenly a much more powerful decider was introduced. One that has lurked in the shadows just beyond view, calling all the shots, making or breaking entire markets. Something that nearly everybody partakes in, but many are embarrassed to speak about. This hidden force is. So, welcome to the history of how shaped modern technology. Let's take a look at the stepping stones of technology that led us to where we are today, and how adult content shaped nearly every one of them. Now, this might sound like a far-fetched claim, but I promise by the end of this video you will be enlightened. To prove this, I can't start here in 2022-2023. No, instead we're gonna have to go back into the past. Our first stop on this journey will be the year of 1975. Such a wild year. Watergate happened, Microsoft was founded, the end of the Vietnam War, probably some other stuff, I guess. The true magic of the time was the beginning of the home video market. Until this point in history, the only way to consume video media was to catch it live on one of a select few channels, see what was playing at a theater, or be rich enough to have somehow bought both a projector, an area large enough to project it, and the tape of the movie you want to watch. Now, with the introduction of home videotapes, people were able to record and share and watch anything they wanted whenever they wanted to. This allowed for the first ever home collections of video content for people, but also allowed people to watch video content without anyone else around, away from judgment or other prying eyes. We all know what the invention I'm talking about is. You know, a consumer-grade product, a familiar black plastic rectangle with a spool of tape on the inside, name of the content scribbled on the side of a sticker. The Betamax. It was Betamax. Yeah, Betamax beat the VHS to market. You might be thinking, well, if it came out first and we all had VHSs somewhere in our house but no Betamax tapes, then Betamax must have been worse, right? Well, you'd kind of be wrong. What made Betamax so much better? Well, higher resolution, smaller physical size. It was invented first, was developed by Sony, a large company with huge backing. And also, if you chose to optionally record in the lower resolution non-wide format, it had about double the recording capacity. Now, what did VHS have going for it? VHS by default had around a 3-hour recording time in wide format, which would go on to prove to be the most popular format for home videos. And the more publicly accessible nature of these tapes helped a lot. With Sony owning Betamax and keeping it proprietary, it made it so there were less people manufacturing Betamax than there were manufacturing VHS. So this meant it was easier to get a hold of a larger quantity of VHS tapes, and it was cheaper to do so. The competition between VHS and Betamax was called the videotape war, sometimes called the home video war. By the end of it, VHS sales had taken around 60% of all home video sales, edging out Betamax and sealing VHS as the winner in history. Now, want to know what accounted for over half of all VHS sales in this time? It was meaning if porn wasn't distributed on VHS, VHS would have lost the home tape wars, and Betamax would have been the one to sweep the market. But no, porn is what pushed VHS into being the main thing on the market. So, by the end of the home video wars, and by the year 1980, when Walt Disney was looking to start putting their videos into the home market, they looked to see what the most popular format was, and it was VHS. So, in a kind of tangential way, we have porn to thank for our current at-home Disney VHS collections. Without it, it would have been Betamax or nothing. Now, we all remember the talkings when Blu-ray first came out about how upset people were about having to upgrade their DVD collection to Blu-ray and if they wanted that HD experience or not. However, when you think about it, you probably know someone who instead went all in for the competitor, hddvd.
Everything you know about DVD just got a whole lot better. Welcome to hddvd, spectacular high-definition picture.
The HD DVD is exactly what it sounds like. It was a DVD that allowed for higher resolution and more storage capacity. And actually, it was able to produce higher quality images than Blu-ray, though not by much. This held promise for not just movies, but also the at-home console market, which was seeing more growth now than ever. On top of that, Blu-ray was in a similar position to Betamax. Being Sony's property and being proprietary technology, it didn't have as good a chance. However, they did what they didn't do before. Blu-ray kept both quality and storage instead of just settling for one or the other. The ability for the inclusion of no longer films, but also behind-the-scenes extras, director's commentary,
pecs, so why not include the nipple?
Games, and other added media was a very, very big positive in its category as well. Sony not liking to share with others was one of the death nails for Betamax, so why wasn't it for Blu-ray? Well, by this point in the video, I think you know the answer. While the Hollywood industry squabbled over which to use, the insanely increased capacity of the Blu-ray quickly made it the clear winner in the eyes of the adult film industry. The ability to store more content on less discs, selling the same amount of discs for a much higher price due to that more content, that led to Blu-ray being an instant success in this market. Sony has tried to break support for the adult industry over the years. However, it really does owe its initial success to the product of porn. However, the age of DVD and Blu-ray is so 2010s, and we're here in the 2020s. We watch video content on this radical thing called the internet. While it took a little while for the internet to reach the point where it could handle video, once it did, one of the very first sites to ever host videos was born. Coming online in 1994 was sex.com. It is exactly what it says on the tin. This.com has sex. Until this point, explicit content online was pretty much limited to written erotica, live chat rooms, or a couple images that may or may not take a few hours to load. Suddenly, there was a new option. Instead of going somewhere and purchasing a DVD or waiting and hoping for someone new to join a chat room, you could sit in the comfort of your own home and download an adult video anytime you wanted. This was an absolute game changer for the industry. Quick and easy access to something that previously people may have been too embarrassed to go out to buy now brought in so many new groups to the market. Other websites quickly followed sex.com, bringing with them many niches and varieties across the internet. A few years later, someone saw this and went, "Aw, shit, cool, that's like pretty successful, but what if we did something like that but without people having sex all the time?" Thus, in 1997, ShareYourWorld.com went live, being the first large-scale, non-porn video sharing website of its kind. The success of this, as well as the online porn industry, is what directly led to the creation of a little business called YouTube. No, like, seriously. A group of college kids was upset about how difficult it could be to locate or share videos across so many different websites. Many of these websites did not have a search function or organization. So one of these clips that inspired this was their inability to find a nip slip of a celebrity. Yeah, you heard that right. YouTube is here today because horny college boys wanted to see specific titties more easily. So they went on to do what Share Your World could only have dreamed of. With the increase of computer power and internet speeds, soon if someone to watch a video, they no longer had to download it. There was a new option. You could just stream a video from a server, which is what you're doing right now, and is how almost all media today is consumed. Netflix, TikTok, YouTube, X videos, everyone who hosts videos today, they send you a stream of data that you cache and watch live, instead of just downloading the entire video file at once to watch later. This allows for instant viewing, less storage requirements, and an even lower risk of being caught watching things as there's no file evidence left over. Meaning a poor teen using the family computer won't have to hide Camp Girl Pillow Party 11 or remember to delete it and then re-download it each time they want to watch.
I personally accidentally downloaded to the family computer once.
Rip.
It was lesbian.
Of
I
course
had
it
a
was.
really big talk with my mom about that.
The early 2000s led to the first pioneers in just streaming from a server instead of just downloading it, with classics like Brazers, Hub, and many more services coming online in this time. And these services did much more than popularize this way of watching videos. They also pioneered the integration of online payments. So if you like shopping online, paying your bills online, you have to thank. VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, online video distribution, online payments and subscriptions. Geez, that's a lot of things that have gone on to be shaped by porn. But it's not like porn is shaping anything now, is it? Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, it is. Get ready for the rapid fire round. Music, fashion, memes, gaming, VR, AR, vocabulary, and even more are being shaped today by clickbaiting, news outrage, tropes in media, jokes on sitcoms, all use as a hook or a punchline. Sex and people wanting to watch it. It has been wildly influential on the world we live in today. Now, I'm not saying in the industry around it is some progressive holy bastion changing the world forever through good practices and good wits. But that is just not the case. The industry is not perfect by any means. There are many problems that need to be fixed amongst many other things. This video isn't about the morality of it all. If it was better that tech was shaped this way, or anything else like that. I just wanted to lay out the interesting way in which an industry many people look down on is a big reason we consume media the way we do today.